improvements you've seen so far?
Defensively. I'm going to hit on defense.
All right.
Defense is on improving a lot. Let's take last week, for instance. Fordyce got inside the 30 4 times, and defense stepped up to held them up from scoring, and, after the Haynesville week, you can see the defense started improving weekly, and they went back to the old defense, and everything started falling back in place for them. And like I said, defense has been showing up and showing out, getting the offense back the ball.
What do you want to see out of the Dragons tonight? This is a non-conference game, especially after a big game against Fordyce. What do you want to see that tells you, hey, they're staying focused, everything's looking all right? What do you want to see out of them?
Stay focused. Main thing, stay focused. Offensively, you want to finish drives. This is it's a non-conference game, but you can use this game, to prepare you for the playoffs as we got coming up in the next few weeks. Finish drives defensively, get them in 3 and outs, and it's a good game because Hector runs a spread offense. They give you D-backs, give you D-backs in practice and give you opportunity to look at some spread offense and what you're going to face further on in the playoffs.
And for Junction City, of course, as they get ready, we're watching the captains here. Now we'll see what the coin toss has resulted in. Hector won the toss, declined to the second half. Junction City on offense first, so we are about set to begin here from Carpenter Haygood Stadium. Beautiful night in Clark County. I mean, man, this is football weather,
yes,
Coach.
It is. Yes, it is.
This is definitely football weather. And while we are waiting on the teams to come out, Junction City to come out, we're going to step away for 30 seconds. You're watching Junction City football on the DSN. And we are back. Hector has taken the field. We're waiting on the Dragons to come out. And, man, like we was talking about a while ago, you get into that time of year, and believe it or not, folks, only one game left in the regular season after tonight. Of course, we'll go back in conference. It's a Thursday night game, and we'll be at Parks Chapel. Now, the playoffs, we've done a little bit of checking there. Junction City, as long as you win, of course, you're guaranteed 3 home games. They would have to go on the road to semifinals unless the 1 seed gets defeated, and then the Dragons will be at home. So hopefully that would be something nice to have. Right now, though, we got a ball game here in Clark County to deal with, but just kind of jumping ahead a little bit, letting people know. And talking about Hector, let me say this again. They're in the 4-2A. Mountainburg's in first in that conference. Conference record-wise, 4-0. Hector's 4-1. Behind them is Magazine and Lavaca. Then Hackett, Johnson County, Westside, and Western Yale County, the teams in that conference. And for Hector, they're still battling, hopefully, to get a, they want a high seed, needless to say.
Yeah.
All right, we're set to begin. Junction City's kickoff unit on the field. Hector has the ball teed up.
There it is.
And here we go. We're underway. The ball right off the bat, I believe it got dropped.
Yeah, went through DJ Hill's arms.
And Hector has recovered. So that's not the start you wanted up here. Hill trying to make the catch or to cover the ball up, and I think he was also wanting to try to run with it. And first you got to catch it, and then you can decide what you're going to do. So right off the bat, the Junction City defense put in kind of a rough spot because Hector's going to open up, Coach, with great field position from the 43-yard line, 1st and 10.
And the quarterback, he's pretty fast, and you want to get pressure on him and contain him. And the Dragons are missing 2 key players tonight on the defense. Defense lineman Samaje Levison and Jakiron, the older Cook. I can't think of his name, but the older Cook brother.
First, and before anything happens, we got movement on the defensive line. And, Coach, you mentioned the quarterback, Cody Day. He basically is the offense. Everything Everything goes through him. There's no ands, ifs, or buts about it. He's the quarterback, and there's no doubt about it. So the focus will be to slow him down. Number 5, the main receiver they look at, and that is Caleb Profit. He is split up to the top of the screen, and I believe, yes, he's up there at the top alone now as they put number 10 in motion. 1st and 10, they're going to go to Profit right off the bat and run the slant. So, Coach, I've said this before, said it a million times. Somebody's done their homework and looked at film. They try to slant right off the bat to Profit, 2nd and 10. Just underway from Carpenter Haygood Stadium.
As I looked at the quarterback, you know, he's deeper than a normal quarterback would be in the shotgun. So getting pressure on him and getting him to move his feet, you're going to have to put a little bit more effort. You're going to have to put a lot of effort out on that defensive line.
And indeed, he is definitely something you got to deal with.
Yes, sir.
2nd and 10, keeper. He's got some running room up the middle. Now the ball is stripped. Let's see what happened. There's a pile at the 35. I think
he
Hector.
got back on it. Yes,
yeah, if I say Hector, I believe recovered it. And they did.
Yes, sir. And everything they want to run, when they want to run the ball, they want to run it through the quarterback. So if you shut the quarterback down, I think you got a good chance of jumping on top of him.
And another guy to keep an eye on, I'm assuming they are kin somehow or another. Ty Day, that was number 10 you saw in motion. He is split with Profit at the top of the screen on his 3rd, and let's call it 3.
You definitely in 4-down territory.
Oh, yeah. Day by itself in the backfield, and we got movement again. They got to focus.
Yeah.
And that's what we're not seeing early on here, and that's a 1st down for the Wildcats. So
I don't know how you jump outside when you're lining up over the ball.
It's a good question, and I think that's the question going to be asked as number 2 comes to the sideline there. So 1st and 10 from the 30. Hector got the ball on a Junction City turnover on the kickoff. They've gone from the Dragon 43 to the 30. And with a 1st and 10, Day's going to keep it. He's going to split to the upper part of the screen. And a good tackle by Cook. He comes up immediately and brings him down. It'll be a gain of about 3.
That's what he wants to do. He wants to get the ball and bounce to the outside.
And like you said, Coach, everything, you know, there's, of course we say that and they may try it tonight, but there's not very many little trick plays, gadget plays, whatever you want to call it. They believe in everything going through Day. So you got to contain him. There's no doubt about it.
They got a big bruiser back there at fullback too, so watching him, they try to pound him up the middle.
And he is in the game now. That is number 22. He gets the call here, and he goes straight ahead. The Dragons will meet him at about the 25 and push him back.
Yes,
and that is Cohen, Blake Cohen, a senior. And I'm looking at their roster here, and mostly some sophomores, but the people in the key positions, seniors, except for I believe Ty Day, number 10 that you keep seeing going in motion every little bit. He is a sophomore.
Watch for that hard count again. They don't got them 2 plays in a row.
Yep. And they need 5 yards. Well, actually a little over 5 yards
6
here. So catch Dragons here, you make a very easy 3rd and 1 come up instead of the 3rd and 6 they're looking at now.
Yeah. Looking for, there it is.
Day surveys defense, gets the snap. Look, he wants to throw, got a man wide open, and it's dropped. And then he gets drilled.
Dante Gibson right there.
Gibson drills number, give me that, is that Profit, Coach?
Yeah, that's number 5 right there.
He drilled, a good clean hit. Profit had the ball, was dropping it, and Gibson finished him off.
Yes, sir, I guarantee you he'll be looking before he try to catch the ball now. And that's what, a hit like that, that's what you need to get your guys going, get you motivated, get your defense up right there.
All right, it is 4th down, and as Coach said a while ago, no doubt they're going for it. Junction City makes some quick substitutions. Empty backfield.
Like a little false start
looking, throws. It's caught. 1st down, down to the 15, and the man, give them credit. They go back to Profit. All he did, Coach, was find him a spot, pass those markers, settle down, and a nice throw, and way too much time back there to look. He went through a couple of progressions before he settled on Profit.
Yeah, no, to me the receivers took off a little early, but hey, the players always got to live for the next one.
It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 15. Profit getting signal from the sideline, and now they move. That is going to be Day into the backfield. He gets the call straight ahead to the 15 and drove back immediately. If there's a gain in all, it'll be about a yard maybe.
Yes.
And the Dragons continue to do some substituting here early on that defensive line.
Yes, because Hector's going. They run a no-huddle offense, and you don't see too much of that in two-way ball. No-huddle offenses, and you got to be.
No, you don't.
Yes, sir. You got to be sound on it right now. You got to rotate in and out, sub in and out quickly.
Atkins checks out. That's Blake Wilson, 68, going in on this 2nd and 10. Day's going to keep it. He goes to the right, slips at about the 14. He might have got to the 13, depend on the mark. It looked to me like maybe 2-yard gain, and that's what they're going to say. He's right inside the 13-yard line. 8:10 to go in the first quarter, no score. Junction City was supposed to get the ball first, and that may be something that factors in later on.
Sir.
Fumble on the kickoff, and Hector with their initial drive is at the Dragon 13, 3rd and 8.
As you're looking up the Dragons, look at Hector try to attack the Dragons' corner because we have no safety help right now.
Day looking.
And that's what
got a man open, and it's going to be – now, it's going to be interesting. That should be incomplete.
Yeah, they called it incomplete.
Because it could only be one of two things. He did take a step. It's either a fumble, which we got it, or incomplete in 4th and 8. They're ruling incomplete. So 4th and 8, and it looked like a sure touchdown for Hector.
Sir.
But a solid lick jarred the receiver from the ball.
And that's what they did. We got the one safety down in the middle, down on the right side, and that's what they're doing, attacking where the safety's not. It's kind of in the center of the field right there, and that's where they picked up most of their first downs there when they caught the ball.
And then on that conversion on 4th down. Day, 4th down again, looking. He's feeling some pressure. He is down. Fumbled. Ball's fumbled. Junction City's got it. It doesn't matter. Yeah. The Dragons, thanks to their defense, dodge a big bullet right off the bat.
Jamiah Carroll right there. He had the 2 penalties. He jumped outside, had redeemed himself right there, and sat the quarterback right there. Good job by the defense.
And, yes, sir, definitely, Coach. The defense getting it done. The drive will end at the 14-yard line of Junction City, and that's what you want to see out of this defense. You're starting to play what I call playoff defense.
Yes, sir.
The defense you need for the play. I love seeing that. So from the 14-yard line, here comes the offense led by Brady Hutchison. And now we got a little something different here. This is going to be Cook outside. Cook 40, 35, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown Junction City.
Is that a flag?
And I believe
that's something pink. I
don't see a flag.
I think the old Steven tried the old hideout play right there. Yeah. I think that looked like the old hideout.
Yeah, because I was like, okay, wait a minute, what's going on here? And you saw Cook come to the outside, 86 yards on the run. And we're waiting on the 2-point conversion. Here's the conversion. Gibson in the end zone, got it. 7:24 remaining in the first quarter. Your score, Junction City 8, Hector 0. We'll be back in 30. You're watching Junction City football on the Dragon Sports Network.
No.
7 minutes, 24 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Junction City 8, Hector nothing. The old hideout play. Kyron Cook, 86 touchdown yards. And the 2-point conversion by Gibson successful. And we were up here talking. Let's go ahead and do it real quick, Coach, while we can. The old hideout play. Give that to Gus Malzahn back in the day. Who is a Henderson State alumni. Played here under Ralph Sporty Carpenter. The last 2 years, 88 and 89. And last time I saw it, Reggie Fisher's running it for Arkansas. Here's the kick. It's going to be a squib kick. The ball is on the turf. And
we got it.
Junction City's got it at the 37, I believe, 36-yard line somewhere. And on the recovery, I believe that is going to be 56,
yeah,
Coach.
56. That's one of the Barnett guys.
I believe that is TJ. Let me double. No, they have swapped the. Well, we got the new roster here, and 56 is showing to be a freshman, but I thought that was one of the Barnetts.
Yeah, I did too.
Nonetheless, Junction City with the ball, 37-yard line, 1st and 10. Low snap. Here's a pitch. Cook's got it, swinging it to the outside. Cook's got some running room. Cook's at the 35. He's hit hard. Flags are down. He goes to about the 31, and that might be a high-low there.
Yeah.
One went low, one went high, and the flag come flying in immediately.
Yeah, old Steven digging deep down in the bag of tricks tonight, ain't he?
I believe so. Let's see what the call is. Officials talking it over. I mean, the second they've started to make the tackle, the flag came in. And they're going to go no holding.
Yeah. Usually when they throw it that late in that area right there, it's usually a holding penalty.
Well, what got me is the official that threw it is looking right at the tackle, and he throws it. Now, unless – whatever. Oh, man. That's an interesting one. 5-yard penalty on the Dragons. Or actually a spot penalty. Now we hold everything. Another flag, all sides on Hector, so
get that 5 yards back.
We'll get the 5 yards back. But what got me is the official on the Hector sideline threw the flag, and he's looking at the tackle. And you had a guy come in low and one high. And I thought, okay, he sees that. He's got it. And after the discussion, holding on the Dragons. But now, like I said, 5-yard offsides on Hector, so we're back basically where we started. Hutchinson. Looking over the defense. The give up the middle, that is Gibson. Gibson will go to about the 30, give him a pickup of about 4.
Just know this Hector thing starting to be a little rivalry.
The Wildcats, I imagine, pretty sure we're looking forward to this game. The last time they run into Junction City, this is the 3rd meeting between the two. They met before in the 2013 and 2002 playoffs. This is a game they've probably been aiming at. Here's a give to Gibson. He's got some room to the outside, breaks the tackle, goes inside the 15 or right near the 15, 16-yard line. They're going to say he stepped out a little bit up around the 20, but it's nonetheless a first down for the Dragons, and they are setting right on the entrance of the purple zone.
The purple zone. And this what I hit on earlier, you know, finishing drives right here. When you get inside the 30, inside the 20, you want to finish drives. You know, it's getting that time of the year where you got to finish drives.
That's right. Everything, this is where you want everything to start clicking this time of the year. The give again to Gibson. He's got running room, the 15. Gibson at the 10, the 5. Count it, touchdown Junction City, 5:33 remaining in the first quarter. And I'm watching the clock, and it's
steady running.
It's steadily running, guys. Clock guys are not in. Pretty sure somebody's going to spot it in a minute. It should have done stopped about 20 seconds ago. Nonetheless, it is 14-0 now, Junction City. The 2-point conversion. Gibson gets the call. He rolls into the end zone, and it is good. 16-0 is the score. So, I'm not sure how much time we got left. We're going to step away. You're watching Junction City football on the Dragon Sports Network.
Yeah, I think Steven trying to get a referee.
.5:31 remaining in the first quarter. The Dragons now up 16-0. And like Coach and I were talking about a while ago, the 3rd meeting between the Wildcats and the Dragons, the first time in the second round of the state playoffs 2002. Coach, that was your junior year.
Yes, sir.
And a hard-fought 14-6 Dragon win. 2013 in the quarterfinals, Junction City rose to a 51-7 victory.
Yes, sir.
So needless to say, Junction City leads the series 2-0, trying to make it 3-0, and off to a after a rough start, rolling good now. And here's the kick. They're going to onside kick bounce again. A good bounce. Hector fields it at the 40. I'm going to say 44-yard line, 1st and 10. But, Coach, like I said, a rough start, but everything you was talking about earlier, but this is what you want to see. This is what you expect, and it's coming around.
Yes, sir. Like I said, it's getting that time of the year you can't leave points on the field. You know, this time of the season, playoffs come around, you want to try to take advantage of every opportunity you get to score.
That's right. And you want that defense looking sharp, and they're looking good right now. They came out in the rough spot, took care of business, and right now Hector will start from the 43, they're going to say. 1st and 10, Day in the backfield by himself, got a man in motion. He's going to keep it straight ahead. The Dragons meet him at about the 45 and push them back, so it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah.
And we'll say a gain of 1 or 2 there. So 2nd and 8 or 9 from about the 44-yard line.
Looking for Hector right here. Look for them to try to attack that wide side of that short side of the field again. You know, we got the safety rotated down to this side, more to the 50, and we're vulnerable on that back side, and, you know, that's where they're running that deep post with no safety.
And, you know, they did run a couple of plays over that way, so you feel like they'll come back to it. They got twins to the top and twins to the bottom here on 2nd and we'll call it 8. Day's going to keep it again straight ahead. The Dragons, Blake Wilson, one of the first ones I see in there, and the main one in there, will bring him down after a gain of about 1.5 yards, so it's 3rd down.
That's Adonis Jones. That's 58 right there.
Okay, 58.
Yes, 58. You know, I noticed with Samaje out this game, they rotating a lot of guys that play on the offensive line in, you know, trying to keep fresh legs.
They are. Well, they've been, you know what, on the first drive, they were doing that a lot. And I'm looking here, I'm trying to make sure I can get up pretty high here, but I like the spot. It's 3rd down, and Day this time wants to throw. He's got pressure, throws. It's intercepted, and that is going to be
number 9.
Ware with the interception. He takes it down to the Dragon 35, and, Coach, you saw that coming.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
You saw that come. The pressure pouring in. Ware read it beautifully and gives the Dragons excellent field position. They're going to put it on the 36-yard line. So Junction City offense back on the field, 3:59 left in the first quarter. Dragons looking to add more here.
Look for Jones to go on top, over the top right here with a pass. I feel it coming.
Hutchinson in the gun. Gets the snap. Gives. Gibson. Ball is fumbled. Picked back up. Gibson goes to about the 35. Looked like a little mishandle there.
Yeah.
Coach, I kind of thought when you said that, I was kind of like, yep, you know what? That whole upper part of the field, it's there for a nice one-on-one.
I mean, you got them 16-0 right there. You got them. You know, you got them where you want them. And, hey, why not try to go for the throat right now?
Dragons got 2 split out to the bottom of the field. 2nd. And let's call it, they're going to say no gain.
Yes, sir.
So 2nd and 10.
You got 1 safety in the deep middle of the field. So.
And that's it.
There it is.
They fake it to Cook. Now they're going to throw, and that is not a very Haynes almost pulled. I thought for a second it was going to be intercepted. The ball got tipped, and Haynes almost brought it in.
I like the pass play, but I don't want to run it towards the only safety sitting in the field. If you run a straight go route, you know, right here with a one-on-one, there's no way that safety on the opposite hedge get to that ball right there.
Right, run away from the help. Sir. Don't run to it. 3rd down, quick toss to Haynes. He's looking for some room. Got some room. He'll go to about the 30, inside the 30 maybe, depending on the spot. But it sets up, needless to say, they're going to go for it on 4th down. It sets up a very doable 4th, and we'll call it a long 4 from about the 30, on the 30-yard line.
Yes, sir.
Gibson alone back in the backfield. Junction City has Hill and Haynes at the top, and 2 at the bottom here on 4th down.
I feel a spot pass coming.
And I hear
Hector got a timeout.
Yes, Hector, timeout. We're going to step away for 1 minute. You're watching Junction City football on the Dragon Sports Network. It is 4th and 4 from the 30. The Dragons will go for it. Here's the give. That is going to be.
We got a flag on the play.
Yep. Carroll carries it. He appears to be pinning on the spot short of the first down, but we have a flag.
I think the flag's on us.
There's a flag on the play.
I think Hector's going to decline that.
I believe, yeah, they are. And Junction City's going to come up a yard short of the first down. The penalty on the Dragons, and like Coach said, the Wildcats say, no, we do not want it. And they will take over at the 27. So a big scoring opportunity goes to the side. 2:32 remaining first quarter. And the Dragons are back on defense, and Hector on offense trying to get something going, trailing 16-0.
Yes, and I still think they want to try to attack us deep.
You know, like I said earlier, they had some success, and they kind of went back to mainly letting Day run the ball. And now they're changing up. Apparently they're going to change up the play a little bit. Now they're ready. Day drops back looking. He's feeling the pressure. He is now in the pressure. Atkins bringing him down along Hills up there, and a couple of others. It's going to be a loss on the play of about, I'm going to say 2 or 3 yards. And that will bring up a second, let's call it 12 from about the 25-yard line. They're putting it on the 26, so second and 11. And Junction City putting the pressure on Day now.
That's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. Make him uncomfortable.
And so far, Day is not seeing any daylight. They are working on him pretty good. Second and 11. Here's the give. This is going to be a new back in the game for him, and a good gain up to about the 35. That's number 21, Coach. And that is Church.
Church, yes, sir.
Stop was made by number 47, Tanner Barnett, for the Dragons. Brings up 3rd down and 3 for the Wildcats.
And here shortly we're going to go to the Union Kennel and Farm Supply scoreboard. Got an update for you. Very important game in the 8AA to talk about.
Yes.
Getting near the end of the first quarter, 1:19 remaining. 3rd and let's call it 2 for the Wildcats from the 35-yard line. Again, Day's going to keep trying to get to the outside and not happening. Coach, what you talked about, the defense, you want to see them looking like playoff form. Junction City's defense is showing it right now.
Yeah, Gerardny Tubbs right there did his job. He tried to, Day tried to bounce to the outside. Gerardny made him stretch to the sideline and gave the defense more time to commit on him.
And so that's something you don't see in the box score, I should say, or in the stats. But when you string that play out, even if you don't make the tackle, if you string it out and give somebody time to get there, hey, that's just as good as a tackle, getting the job done. Hector will punt on 4th down. They bring in the punt unit. Junction City drops Haynes and Cook back at about the 35-yard line. And after this punt, we got a score to give you.
We got 2 over there.
And a nice kick it away from the coverage. They're willing to, sacrifice a little. It goes out at the 40-yard line. So from the 40, the Dragon offense back on the field. 16 seconds left, first quarter. Union Kennel and Farm Supply scoreboard. In the first quarter, Hampton 7, Fordyce nothing. That game, of course, will determine more than likely the 2 seed in the conference.
2 and 3.
And, yes, and whoever doesn't win it, they're going to end up the 3rd seed. Also, Junction City still has 1 conference game left. Both of these teams hoping for at least to grab a share of the conference title if Parker's Chapel was to beat us next Thursday night. Don't forget, folks, next Thursday night in Chapel. From the 40, here's the give to Gibson, running room. Gibson, 40, 35. Gibson, 30. He'll step out at about the 29-yard line. And just like that, the Dragons are back in Wildcat territory.
Yes, sir. That's what, like I said, we got to finish this drive right there. Gibson did a good job when they clogged the hole up, bounced it to the outside. And you go back to that game you just talked about, the third place in conference could come to the house in the playoffs. So that's a big game going on.
That's a big, yes, sir. Should be the last play of the first quarter.
There it is.
Hutchinson looking. He's got a man open.
Good
It's
job.
called running room
DJ
to
Hill.
the 10. Hill gets to the 10. He's brought down. The horn sounds, and we have completed 1 quarter of play from Carpenter Haygood Stadium. Our score, Junction City 16, Hector nothing. We'll be back in 30. And we got a little jump action going on here at the Haygood. Yeah, just do a little jump. Coach, go ahead and do a little jump around. Oh, man. Stay tuned to our halftime show. We'll, of course, have the sound of the border town. And then, hey, for me, it's going to be a great little visit with a guy that his college career actually took off from this field on September 3rd, 2009, and we're going to talk about that at halftime. So stay around for that. You'll enjoy it. Right now, you ought to enjoy what these Dragons are doing. Junction City is setting. They're going to put the ball on the 11-yard line so they can get a first down actually at the 1. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 11. Junction City on top 16-0. And the defense, got to give them an A+ right now. And the offense, let's give them we'll give them an A right now. You know, not quite a plus yet. Let's see what they do on this drive. From the 11, 1st and 10. Hutchinson getting the play from Coach Jones. He's ready. Here's the snap to give. This is Gibson up the middle. Hold the biggest. Goodness gracious. I don't know how big to describe it, but it is a touchdown, and Junction City has taken complete control of this game so far. It is now 22-0. Yeah. Coach, I ain't going to kid you. I could have run through that hole.
Yes, sir.
I believe you could have, too.
And I think Hector's defense is designed, as I'm looking at it, they designed to try to stop us on the outside. You know, they bring in the outside and the safety, they walk them down. And, you know, whenever you walk the safety stuff down on the outside, your inside traps or guts are going to be wide open. That's what the Dragons been running tonight.
And they are running it to perfection right now. 2-point conversion. Hutchinson, the give again.
Inside.
I mean, he just rolls. Did anybody touch him? That's all I want to know. No. Let's step away for 30 seconds. Your new score, Junction City 24, Hector nothing. You're watching Junction City football on the Dragon Sports Network. Oh, Lord. 11:54 remaining in the first half here. And the bunch that travels together here with the DSN, I'm not sure about them sometimes. But I tell you what, let's just sum it up real fast. Junction City, after a turnover on the kickoff, has taken control of this game. They now lead at 24-0. Coach Meeks mentioned in the pregame, and we talked about it a little bit earlier, you want to start looking like playoff form. It's that time of the year. Yes. The weather's just right for it. It feels good out here tonight. You want to see the offense looking good, defense looking good, and it is. This time the Dragons will kick it deep, and it's a race to the
end zone.
And the end zone will save Hector as Jack Smith boomed it.
You know,
he didn't waste no time putting that ball down there.
You look at games like this, 24-0. You know, you can't let up, but you also want to take advantage of games like this to work on stuff, like kicking it deep and trying to cover deep. You know, like I said, I'm going to hit on it all night. You're getting that time of the year when the little things count.
Well, here's one more thing, Coach. You said that made me think of something. Coach Carpenter, I tell you what, let me get to that thought after this plays. We're about ready to go here. Hector, from their own 21st and 10, they're down 24-0. We just started the second quarter. They're trying to get a little something going. And, folks, let me just say this real quick. This is no slouch team. They're 6-2. They're still battling for a 1 seed in their conference. Dave back, he's got a little bit of pressure. He gets hit hard. I mean, drilled. Yes. And the pass will go incomplete. But to finish the thought I had a while ago, Coach Carpenter, if he had a game like this, especially in conference, and you took control real fast, he would turn around and run plays that you're like, why is he doing this? And for the one simple reason, to give whoever's going to they face in the playoffs something else to look at, to be concerned about. Hey, look here, against so-and-so, they ran this type of play 4 or 5 times. They ran it very well. We got to watch out for this. Give them something else to worry about. Second down, the give goes up the middle. It's going to be a gain of about 3 or 4, and I believe that is Church on the carry. He will get to about the 24-yard line, so it brings up third down.
Yeah, it also gives you time to look at guys at different positions. You never know what could happen. You might need them in a different position. And, you know, like I said, since Samaje's out I noticed the Dragon defensive line has been rotating in and out, you know, every 2 or 3 plays. And it's getting, you're going to need fresh legs like that in the playoffs.
That's right. 3rd down, Hector needing a 1st down. Man in motion is Day. Day also on the quarterback here throws. The official makes an excellent reception at about the 26-yard line, but he's not the guy Day was trying to get it to.
Unless he was 7'6".
Yeah, Leslie about 7'6". But Coach, part of that, let's give him credit because Spielberg said something on the break a while ago. Good point. You had mentioned he's playing linebacker while we were talking, and Spielberg said, hey, this guy's taking some licks on offense, too. He's getting popped pretty good. So it's fixing to get to the point, and nothing against it. He's wanting to get rid of that ball a little bit faster than what he was doing earlier. 4th down, the Wildcats will punt. And Junction City with 2 guys back. And this time the punt is going to Cook. Cook fields it on the run at the 45.
Yeah.
And give him credit. He knew he was going to get hit, but he brought it in and put Junction City in excellent field position, the Hector 45.
Another thing you hit on, Coach, you know, if you had the coach over there, you thinking, okay, I'm trying to win a conference championship. Do I want to risk my quarterback right now getting hurt in this game when it means nothing right now? Or
yeah,
you know,
I'm in a little bit of a bind here. Yeah, if I'm, of course, it's easy to do it. I'm standing up here, and he's on that sideline.
Yes, sir.
If I'm him, about halftime, I'm looking at this.
Yes.
From the 45, Hutchinson, he's wanting to go deep. Look at him, man. And, he had Cook. Cook could not bring it in. Coach, he had him.
He had him. Give Brady credit. When you run that fade route and you got the safety on the inside the hash, he put the ball on it where his guy could get it, and that's on the outside hash, and Cook just ran through his hands.
And you said that. Let me bring us something Sean Enos mentioned last week in the Fordyce game. You know, that one's in the rain, and our previous game was in the rain. Hutchinson has thrown, throwing a wet football is a lot harder than throwing a dry one, and he has done an excellent job. I mean, spot on with some passes. He had one in that Fordyce game. He did just like he did there.
Yeah.
Either his guy's catching it or it's incomplete.
Yeah.
It's one or the other.
When you're a passing team, want to pass, your main read is going to see where that safety at. You know, like Hudson did just then. The safety was on the inside the hash. Okay, he got it in his hand. I'm throwing a fade route, so I got to put it on that outside hash on the sideline on the floor where my guy can get it, and that's what he did.
And while we were talking there, they called a penalty on Hector, 5 yards off sides. And now we're ready to go. Gibson gets the call here on this one. Gibson bounces it to the outside, 25, 20, 15. Gibson at about the 12 is where he's finally brought out. The man who is on the under the radar list for the state of Arkansas is showing you he's not under the radar. He's on the radar. 10:41 to go, first half. Gibson has put the Dragons on the Hector 12. And Coach, it sounds like a broken record. Man, you're seeing what you want to see here. It is looking good. Coach Jones and company have this team looking sharp.
Yeah, and when you hit that under the radar article, that was a good article right there.
It was, and I'm glad to see a young man very worthy of getting the attention.
It is.
Haynes is, Hutchinson put it there. Haynes could not quite bring it in. And I want to point out something else. We was talking about some of the factors that you might not think about in a game like this. There should be 14 freshmen on that sideline now. I believe it's the number. Dressing out for their first game. It's on a college field.
Yeah. Give them opportunity.
Big opportunity just to take in the lights, so to speak, but also things go good. You might get to step on the field. You don't know yet or not. But a big benefit to our program. And here's the give.
Cook.
On second down, Cook goes inside the 4-yard line is where they'll put it. But in a program like this, these guys say, hey, man, look here. We're going to the playoffs. We got a chance to win conference. Hey, we get a free conference champion T-shirt. You know, freshmen think like that.
Oh, yeah.
Here's a give again to Cook. Cook, he's got something cooking real good. It's a touchdown, and it is now 30-0 Junction City.
And the previous play early on the pass play, I think if Hayes continue his route back towards that pylon, he catches that ball. He got twisted up, turned around right there.
Yep. And you said that. He caught the one that mattered those last week.
Yeah, he did.
Talk about twisting and turning.
I don't see. And I had to go back and look at it the next day on the
Coach,
network.
I did too.
And it was amazing.
Here's the two-point conversion. Carroll rolls it into the end zone. And we're going to step away for 30 seconds. The score, Junction City 32, Hector nothing. Junction City football on the Dragon Sports Network. We'll be back. Ten minutes, 9 seconds remaining in the first half. Junction City 32, Hector 0. Hector 6-2. They're in second place in the 4AA conference. A team that is very solid, and Junction City is working on them right now.
Yes. And if you also, Stephen Jones, you know, you up big right here, you ought to look at the safety of your players too.
And yeah, that's true. I mean, I figure he's going to see how this first half plays out. But we should start seeing a lot of substitutes. Jack Smith booms it down to about the 17-yard line. The Wildcats will try a return from there, and gets to about the 24, and he was surrounded real fast by a pack of Dragons.
Yes, yes.
So we'll go back. Let's run back to the scoreboard real quick. Union Kendall Farm Supply scoreboard. In the first half, Smackover is sinking Bismarck. I believe that score was, what, 33 to nothing. So the Buckaroos are just absolutely, and they're looking good and looking what they're supposed to look this time of the year.
Yes, and they're looking good.
So Junction City back on defense again, up 32-zip. Let's see what the Dragons can do here. Shut it down and get the ball back and try to go ahead and take care of business. I thought they had a sack there for a second. Here's a pass down the field. That was Mr. Gilbert trying to pull in an interception at about the 47. Just couldn't quite do it. Thought for a second, Coach, they had Day sacked there.
Yeah. As I read my notes, you know, the quarterback, when he gets outside the pocket, he always keeps his eyes downfield, as he just showed you just then, you know. He got past the rusher and almost completed the pass right there downfield. So if you jump to the D-backs, you got to stay with your guys the whole time.
All the way, yes. And a good point there you brought up, Coach, about how he doesn't, you know, most quarterbacks roll out, they look away from a receiver, and then they got to, readjust and find them. This guy's rolling out, and he knows where they're at, so you got to pay attention. Here's another pass attempt, and I believe that is a catch. That should be.
Yes, catch.
Again, number 12, let me get his name here. That was a darn good catch for that young man, because it looked like for a second he was going to hit the turf, and he got his hands under it. That is Gunnar Garrison, who's also, I believe, the backup quarterback. His catch will give the Wildcats a first down at a 36-yard line. So Hector trying to get a little something going. Junction City has been on a roll here almost all of this first half. Well, in fact, have been, except for the opening kickoff, it's been all Junction City. There's a fake,
slant.
And they run the slant again. Pass is too high, and that'll bring us second down. Earlier on our YouTube channel, go to Dragon Sports Network. Go to YouTube, Dragon Sports Network. Subscribe to it. It's free. We interviewed Coach David Carpenter and talked about his memories up here at Henderson.
I came in on half of that.
And I'll tell you what, Coach, he had a lot, some good stuff. Go check it out on the Dragon Sports Network's YouTube channel. Second down. Here's a give to Church. Good run by Church and a good hole opened up by his line.
Number 21.
They're going to mark him right at the 45, which will bring up, I believe, about a third. Let's call it a yard. Very short. Yeah, about a yard short of the first down. Hector trying to get a little something going.
They're not giving up.
And you got to give them that. I like that. They're trying to get something going here and get on the board. And Coach, I'm like you. Watch out. They probably more like
they've been doing it the whole game, and they finally caught it just then.
And I was just going to say, watch out for a hard count, but they caught Hector instead. Now it's going to be 3rd and 6.
Being a legal procedure penalty assessed against Hector.
So the ball is put back on the 40. This game is a designated home game for Junction City. Was looking for somebody to play in the week 9 spot, and Hector agreed. They agreed to meet at Henderson.
It's a good deal.
And a good deal because, like I said, especially those freshmen down there getting a taste of their very first game on varsity play. And not a lot of our fans here tonight can make the trip. We hope you're with us here on the DSN checking it out. 3rd and 6. Day looking downfield. Throws. Had a man. Overthrowed him. 4th down. And, Coach, like you said, you can't go to sleep back there in the secondary because he is looking.
Yes, sir.
So, once again, the Wildcats sent out the punt team. The Dragons, Haynes and Cook. Yes, that is Cook. They're back at about the 35-yard line of Junction City. And let's see what the Wildcats try to do. They may sacrifice a little field position to kick it away. They know Junction City dangerous on the returns. Good snap. They're going to kick it. Yep, trying to kick it out of bounds, and will successfully do it at about. Ooh. You know what? I'm not going to complain, but that's kind of an interesting little spot there. They're going to put it at the Dragon 45. And I won't complain.
About a 20-yard punt.
Yeah, I thought it went a little bit further down than that, but hey, that's why I'm up here and that official is down there. 45-yard line is where the Dragon offense will go to work. 1st and 10. Coach, you mentioned earlier about going deep and all that. I was talking about putting stuff on Finn. They may try it here. You never know.
Yes. See, now you got 2 safeties, but they down.
Yep.
So
you got one-on-one with a very dangerous receiver over here. They're going to give to Gibson. 50, 45. Gibson goes to the Hector 40. He is on fire tonight. Great run by Gibson. And we will check out. We'll get some stats on Gibson here in a little bit. He's having a big night.
He's ought to be knocking 100.
Him and Cook both. Yeah. In fact, both of them may be close to 100. I know Cook ought to be. He had 86 on one run to get this party started. 1st and 10. Ball on the 40. Okay. Hudson rolls out. Now he's looking deep. Now he throws, and it's going to be entered. Give him credit.
Yeah, give him credit.
Man, that is an excellent play by number 3 for Hector.
That's one right there, Hudson, that it just tuck and roll or throw it out of bounds right there.
Donnie Williams, I believe, on that interception. And he had to go up and get it. Great job. Give him credit. They were trying to hook up with Haynes, and it didn't quite work.
Hector safeties, they playing the safeties right. They're not coming down. They're taking their first steps or first 3 steps back. On routes like that, if you want to throw them off, you get one going to the corner, you send a guy across the way from him back to the opposite side like on a little deep post right there. It'll be open all night.
Day on 1st down, the give is going to be to number 22. He's going to get a couple of yards. That is Blake Cohen. DJ Hill in on the tackle. 7:43 clock running first half. Junction City 32, Hector 0. The Dragons looking sharp, and you want to start, like we've talked about it several times here already, you want to start looking good for those playoffs, getting stuff in order. Any weaknesses need to be fixed. You got 2 games left to do it. Day gets the snap, keeps. He's going to run it, and he is popped hard by Gibson.
We talk about Gibson, and I think it was Gibson's sophomore year. Me and Coach Smith talked. He said, man, if he had a little bit, if he had Bell's size,
oh my gosh,
he said he'll be a #1 recruiter in Arkansas.
Oh yeah, Coach, amen. That kid brings it, and you know, you'd love to see him a couple inches taller and a couple pounds heavier. But I tell you what you got right there can definitely go.
Got a ball player.
And here's a pass. Almost intercepted. They had to hurry to throw.
That's a tough throw to make.
And that is a very tough one, especially to make when you got somebody bearing down on you. And now it is 4th down.
The old Keandre Evans making his way to the sideline.
Yeah.
And that guy is having a year.
He's having a heck of a year. I think Jacob was telling me earlier that he is the number 2 lockdown corner in the conference.
Yes.
And then, folks, by the way, GAC, this conference has gotten better and better every year. Yes. 4th down, here's the punt. They're trying to kick it away from the Dragons. They're going to kick it to Cook, and I wish he'd leave that ball alone.
Call for a catch or something.
Yeah, if you're going, don't try to run it. That is not a smart thing to do. Yes. Ball will go out at midfield.
1st and 10 for the Dragons.
And Junction City, for most part, Coach, minus the first time they got the ball, which scored on one play. They've had great field position.
Yes, yes. And you talk about that the conference Keandre played in. The last year's corner was Shaquille Hunter. So
yeah, the Junction City.
Yeah.
And then you got another Dragon up there looking real good. On first down, the Hector defense.
Finally, he been bouncing to the outside every time. That time the Hector defense kind of, hey, you're not going to keep running outside on us.
They shuffled down there immediately and caught Gibson. It's either going to be no gain or a loss of.
I think back to the line.
I'm going to say line of scrimmage. Yeah, line of scrimmage, no gain, second down. And they were ready for that play then.
Yes.
Hutchinson, 2nd and 10, looks to the sideline to get the play from Coach Stephen Jones. They are looking. They were looking for Gibson again, and nothing happening. They are zeroing in on him now.
Yeah, they blitzed him. They brought an extra guy right there, and that's what happened.
So it's going to be. They're going to say his progress was stopped at the 46. It was basically where he got the ball, and a timeout will be called by Junction City. We're going to step away for 1 minute. You're watching Junction City football on the Dragon Sports Network. Let's go to the Union Kennel and Farm Supply scoreboard real quick. In the first half, Russellville 14, El Dorado 0.
That's a big game.
And a big game in that conference also. From third down, it's going to be, what, Coach, about 4 yards, 14 yards. They need for the first. Here's a pass, goes through the hands of DJ Hill, and it is 4th down.
Even though he didn't complete the pass, that was the best route to throw it to right there.
Yep.
He had safety over the top on the go route. The other guy was playing soft. Even though he didn't complete it, that was the best route right there to throw it to.
And we're going to go back to the scoreboard here in a minute. Got an update from the 8AA. 4th down, the Dragons will go. They got twins both sides of the field and a timeout. We're going to step away again for a minute. You're watching Junction City football on the Dragon Sports Network. All right, 4th down, the Dragons change their mind. They're going to punt. 4th and 14, good snap, plenty of time, and a good punt, high punt. And not a bad, well, the roll's going to kind of, we get a little bit out of the roll, not much. Yeah. Then it starts coming back a little bit, but a very good punt. It'll put Hector back on about their 25-yard line. Let's go to the Union Kennel and Farm Supply scoreboard. First half, Hampton 14, Fordyce nothing. Like we said a while ago, battle for the 2 and 3 position.
Yes.
Winner keeps their hopes alive. They may share some of the title depending on what the Dragons do next Thursday in Chapel. El Dorado still trailing. And smack over 40-6 over Bismarck. That game is over with, no doubt.
Tell you what, Hampton going to surprise people in the playoffs.
Yes, sir. They will. That bunch, like you said, very physical. First down, Church gets to carry. He is hit and dropped at about the 28, 9-yard line after a gain. We're going to call it a 3-yard gain.
Dante right there coming up making a play.
I tell you what, Dante Gibson is making a statement.
Yes.
That he definitely needs to be looked at. Let's see this young man get offer somewhere.
A game like this at this environment right here could,
yes, sir,
give him an opportunity.
Yes, sir. Low snap, but to give Day credit, he scoops it off the ground and hands it to his running back. That is Not sure. They're still unpiling, but it could have been a little bit of a disaster for Hector. It turns into no gain, but Day making a play there to get the snap and feed Church with it.
Yeah, the last 2 snaps have been low right there.
Actually, he got a yard, so it'll be 3rd down and 6 for the Wildcats from the 30-yard line. Junction City trying to force a 3-and-out here and get the ball back. 4:18 remaining first half. Dragons in control, 32-0.
If I'm Hector, I'm attacking that one-on-one coverage over there by the down marker. No,
yeah.
You ain't going to have no help.
No, there is no help over there. Day's looking, but he's looking to the opposite side. Now he lays it up. It's going to go out of bounds. Great coverage by Haynes also. Turned back for the ball. Excellent coverage.
You know, last year in the playoffs, Haynes came up big, and when we played the Hardin Academies and the Osceola, came up with big interceptions in those games.
Yes, he did. And he's having a big year. Actually, 17 receptions this year. He has almost 400 yards. He's not getting a lot of throws his way because sometimes the Dragons keep it on the ground or sometimes they're not able to get it to him. But Coach Jones has said want to get him more involved in the offense. And if you can do that, it's definitely going to help the Dragon offense a bunch. A high punt. It's going to bounce. Cook fields it on the run at the 35, does a stutter step. Now gets out of it. Cook breaks the tackle and fumbles the football. It's going to be, well, now it's still
that's a hot potato.
Hot potato action going on the far side of the field. I believe Hector has it. They do. And, man, there's one area that concerns me. It's there.
Yes. You
got to take care of the football first and foremost. You have to take care of the football. If there's any things you're just shaking your head at going, we can't do that when it comes to the playoffs, got to take care of the football.
Especially if you're on a team, you don't want to give them no life.
No. These guys are not – I know they're down 32. Junction City in control right now. Hector's not going away. You watch their body language. They're still out there competing, going at it.
Yeah.
Don't underestimate this bunch from Northwest Arkansas. They are tough. Day in the gun. He's going to keep it. He attacks the middle, lords his head. And like we was talking about earlier, he's taking a pounding, Coach. He's getting popped pretty hard.
Like I said, if I'm a head coach, I'm after halftime, I might give him a series or 2.
I mean, just tell my guys in the locker room, look, we're playing for a lot more.
Yeah.
We're going to play some other folks here and rest some people up. 2nd and 10. There was no gain on the last play. Day staying in the pocket. Now he runs out of the pocket. He's going to run. Got running room. He's at the 35, 30, 25. He is going out at about the 20. He is hit hard at the sideline and drove out by Hill and Haynes. But he has a 1st down at the 23, 12 remaining in the first half. Hector trying to get on the scoreboard.
Yeah. That's why you got to keep your containment on. Even though he didn't throw the ball, he looked and get Dragons secondary good credit right there. He couldn't find nobody open, so he took off running. That means the coverage was good downfield.
And what I like, too, he didn't just immediately, hey, I got to run. He stayed in that pocket, did it. You could tell he's doing his progressions, and then like, okay, I'm running out of time. I got to go.
My check's down out there, so, hey, I got to tuck it.
1st and 10 from the 20. Day looking, screen pass. The throw, immediately Haynes comes up and shuts it down. It's probably going to be, Coach, a loss of about 1 or 2. Folks, we're going to run back to the Union County Farm Supply scoreboard. The Canines from Calhoun County, Coach, are making a statement. Hampton 21, Fordyce 0. They are making a statement in the 8AA.
Yeah. Like I said, Hampton's going to surprise people in playoffs.
They are. Congratulations to Coach West Abels. You remember him, I know.
Yes.
He's got the dogs rolling. Church is hit hard.
Like I said, Haynesville, I don't know why I got Haynesville in my head, but Hampton is a real aggressive, physical bunch. And like I said, that bunch of Fordyce, they weren't big in size, but they play ball. But if you get a team like Hampton come in with this real aggressive and hungry, they finna do some damage.
They want a dog fight. There's no doubt about it. They want it.
And then, that's a little rivalry.
Oh, yeah. They're just down the road from each other. 3rd and 12. Wildcats can't quite get inside that 20. Junction City, give them credit. Dragon defense on top of it tonight. Just don't know what else to say. We're going to step away. Hector calls a timeout. We'll be back in 30. You're watching Junction City football on the DSN. It will be 3rd and 12 from the Dragon 22-yard line. 2:01 remaining first half. Junction City in control. And we're still talking about the Hampton and Fordyce score. Coach, one other thing, let me throw this at you real quick. There could be a letdown from last week's game. You lose it at the end.
Lose it at the end like that. And
you can't afford a letdown with the Canines from Calhoun County growling at you the next week.
Then this game right here is kind of important. You know, we could possibly see this team again.
Yeah. And you guarantee you everybody will be studying the film pretty hard. 3rd and 12. Day got a man in motion. Snap, looks going to throw the out route, and a nice, man, ran it to perfection. The Wildcats are on the scoreboard, 1:52 remaining in the first half. Coach, they ran that out to perfection. And my hat's off to them.
Both Gibson and Larry took the wrong angle right there, and that's how them teams were able to get upfield.
And, I mean, he didn't have to kind of cut and he just made a smooth turn. And down the sideline and in, a 22-yard touchdown pass from Day. I believe that was also Day on the reception, number 10. Extra point is perfect. And I was going to tell you, their kicking game, I was watching them, they were looking real good on it. All right, 1:52 remaining first half. Your new score, 32-7, Junction City leading. We're going to step away for 30 seconds. You're watching Junction City football on the Dragon Sports Network. From Luther Bottom to Dodge City, Dragon fans, we got you covered. You're watching Junction City football on the Dragon Sports Network, and you're also watching another game of hot potato. Yeah. The kickoff got fumbled, and chase began. Fortunately for Junction City, the Dragons will get it at their own 30, 1st and 10 after that sequence of chasing was finished.
Them things right there you got to fix.
Yeah, there's you sit here and you go, hey, man, everything is looking good, man. Yeah. We're up, we're doing this, we're doing that. You still got to work on stuff. You still got to fix stuff. You got to make sure every facet of your game is in the best position it can be in when you hit those state playoffs.
Yes. No, I think they don't got too relaxed.
And want to get unrelaxed and get out of business. First down, Hutchinson throws. It's caught.
Larry.
That is Gilbert.
Oh, Gilbert.
And he is up to the 39-yard line. A pickup of 9.
Yeah. And
a good throw there, Coach, by Hutchinson.
Yeah, I was at practice the other day, and I seen them line up in this formation. When they play soft, they're going to come right here with it now.
Here's a give. This is going to be Gibson. Gibson with some serious running room. Gibson rolling down to the Hector 35. Coach, put another 26 yards down in the rush category for Dante Gibson.
Yes, in that formation right there, they try to get to the playmakers right here. That when they catch like how Hector's playing soft, that little spot pass, and you miss one block, you can go.
That's it. Hutchinson again goes to the air. This is Hill. Hill's got it. He cuts back into the middle. Hill fights his way down to about the 26.
I can take them.
Maybe the 25. Yeah, I'll take them. They'll gladly take that because that's going to be another pickup of about, we're going to call it 5 yards.
50, clock is rolling.
50 seconds remaining first half. Hutchinson again to give. Gibson just takes people with him. He'll stop the clock, picking up the first down. 44 seconds left, and Junction City on the go again, trying to get on the board, put some more points, on the board again here before the end of the half. Remember to stay with us for halftime. Got some great stuff to show you. The sound of the border town. They're getting ready to storm the field here any second. And then we're going to do a little trip down memory lane.
Down memory lane.
Yeah. Oh, man, what a throw by Hutchinson.
What a whistle.
Where's the whistle at? Holy Moses. Goodness gracious, buddy. Whistle ain't that expensive. Blow the thing.
Tell you what, I can't get the defensive number, but if he turn around and look, that's going on.
Oh, it went right. I guarantee you it touched his jersey. That's why I said a heck of a throw, but they're going to give him forward progress up to about the 16-yard line, second down. Hutchinson again looking, goes to the end zone. Got a man. Oh, put your hands out. If Haynes puts some hands out, he's got it. 3 seconds left.
Hey, I like this call right here.
Going to try a field goal? I agree. I agree. Let's see if we can do it. You know, you need to know if you can do it.
Yeah.
You need to know if you can do it.
Might pull up 2008.
Oh, hey. Hey, let me tell you something. Tweety will not be forgotten.
No.
He's only made one field goal that people are going to remember, but it's the most important one you can remember. We got a timeout. We're going to step away for 30 seconds. You're watching Just City Football on the DSN. We are back at Carpenter Haygood Stadium, Ruggles Field. The Dragons will attempt a field goal here. It's going to be, help me out, Coach, 33-yarder.
Yes, sir.
All right, Jack Smith lining it up. And I love this call. Let's see what we can do. 3 seconds left. You're up by 25. Can we make a field goal? We need it. Here's the kick. Oh, yo, man, it was close.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, we was talking about a while ago, those are college goalposts.
Yeah.
All right, we have come to the end of the first half. Our score, Junction City 32, Hector 7. We're going to step away for 1 minute, and we'll be back with our halftime show. It is halftime here at Carpenter Haygood Stadium, and we are getting ready for the sound of the border town, the Junction City Band, getting ready to take the field and perform. Right now, the Wildcat cheerleaders are doing a little bit of a dance. They're through. And now Junction City.
Now for your halftime entertainment, please welcome the sound of
Pride of the border town. The sound of it also. The Junction City Band. Enjoy it, folks. We'll be back just as soon as they're through with our rest of our halftime show.
And band captain Elena Gary with their show Dragones en Fuego, featuring Malagueña, arranged by Michael Sweeney, La Bamba, arranged by Paul Jennings, and Evil Ways, arranged by Mike Story. Drum major, is your band ready? The field is yours.
up their halftime performance. We'll be back in 1 minute with our halftime guest. You're watching Junction City football and listening to it on the DSN and 101.5 The Hog and 1290 AM. Tissue. Oh gosh, you start doing that, and I'm gonna laugh at you, and then I'll be over here going like that.
Yeah. You be laughing and crying too.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't remind me. When I saw this, when I got to think about what to do for halftime, it hit me. This is how we'll do it. Yeah. Yeah. Older than I want to admit.
Yeah.
Yeah, your mom's older than me. I'm always going to say that no matter what.
What do I need to get?
Just stand right in here.
Right.
We are back at Carpenter Haygood Stadium. It is halftime. Junction City 32, Hector 7. And as we talked about on game night on YouTube, Junction City's been up here 3 times. This makes the 3rd time the Dragons have played in the Henderson State facility. Coach Carpenter talked about what it meant to him in 2003, bringing a team up here, and they came back in 2009. In fact, September 3rd, 2009, let me set the stage for you. It was the Hootens Kickoff Classic. Junction City was taking on the #1 ranked Class 3A Fountain Lake Cobras, who had finished as state runner-up the year before and then was picked to win state and went on and won it. They finished with a 14-1 record, but that one loss was to the Dragons. Junction City won the game 13-6, and the gentleman standing here next to me had a lot to do with that. And let's go ahead and talk about going down memory lane. Jacob Pumphrey, glad you could join us. We gave him an off night, folks. He's been rolling here lately with Southern Arkansas University, taking care of athletic communication duties. So he said, hey, how about tonight? I just hang out with y'all and take a breather, and we gladly let him do it. But, Jacob, as you look at this field, now it has changed. Y'all played on grass and it's turf now. But what's the first thing you think about when I would look at you and go 2009 Fountain Lake?
Man, when you throw it back that far, a lot of good memories come to mind. I mean, it was a season opener, and there was a lot coming into that season. It was, did Junction City lose too much? How would the senior class respond? Who's going to step up and lead? And looking down on the field, this was kind of our breakout party as the 09 team. We come out and then, like you said, against a very, very formidable Fountain Lake team, and it really kind of set the stage for what was gonna happen the rest of that season. And so it was, it was definitely a lot warmer than it is tonight in that one. I'll never forget. A lot of us were, we probably would never tell Coach Carpenter this, but we were maybe cramping just a little bit, just because of just how muggy it was out there, and it was an awesome atmosphere just being able to come and play in a college stadium. And of course, they didn't have the turf yet, like you said, but man, it was a great experience, a great way to start off the season. And I think about the game often, especially that one, just because of the stakes early on and how it led us into the season that we had.
And for you personally, it was a big game for one special reason. Southern Arkansas University scouted the game, and a big game for you, 10 tackles, a big play on special teams on there. Very formal return man, and I tried to remember his name. He's also the running back, I believe, and you body slammed down here about the 20-yard line and got your picture in the paper and a couple state papers and all that. And the next thing you know, they're offering you to come to SAU. What did it mean to you when you found out, hey, that one game set the stage for me to get a chance to play what you said was your dream, college football?
Yeah, coming into the year, it was a situation where you just wanted to make your senior year the best you could. You weren't really, I say what you, but me, I wasn't really thinking college ball. It was something that I definitely would have liked to have tried if given the opportunity. But it's the last go around with your buddies, the kids you grew up playing, Pee Wee football with, the guys you'd been in the weight room with, the guys you'd been out on the practice field, pushing that sled all the way across the practice field. You just wanted to make the most of that opportunity each time you were able to take the field. And you know, like you said, I was fortunate enough. I had a pretty good game. I think about that a lot and smile, and because you know, it was a big start. It was a big opportunity for us to set the stage for that season. And there was a lot of big performances that night. Alan Turner, I think Antoine Cook picked off a pass down here in the corner that helped a lot. But yeah, I mean, it just goes to show you that, I mean, you know, one play can kind of change how things end up for you. And fortunate enough, they were able to see it. And you know, I got to play some college ball. You know, just maybe if it was just because of that play, it just goes to show, you know, you got to give it everything you got every time you get out there in between the stripes, for sure.
That's right. Very well said. I know when you look back on that season, several things has come to mind, especially with that game. I remember Coach Mike Cox at Bearden, you know, and everybody's like, well, that's your big rival. We all loved Coach Cox. But he had told Fountain Lake, whatever you do not kick off the Junction City. They'll burn you. And right down here in this end zone, they were presenting a Hooten's Trophy to Bearden because they had beat Harmony Grove that game. And they had to hurry him off the field because I believe it was Kadarian returned the kickoff all the way for a touchdown. And Cox turned around and said, he was telling somebody, said, I told that bunch over here, don't kick it to them. They're already on the scoreboard. But you're right, big performance by a lot of people. Antoine Cook had a big game that night. He's on the staff now here at Junction City. And, of course, for you, you went on to SAU. Now you're doing what you're doing over there. When you look back on the season, what do you think about it? Because you guys went on to win state. You did end up with a loss to Bearden, but you got revenge in the finals. But when you look back on that whole 2009 season, what do you remember most?
Try not to get choked up here. I apologize. You know, I think the one thing that comes to mind, you know, most of the time when I think back on it is that playoff run. You know, I mean, you know, it didn't end up the way we wanted to in the regular season. You know, Bearden got the best of us down in the border town. That really got to us because you know, we don't want to lose. We don't ever want to lose, but you especially don't want to lose down in Junction. And you know, they got the best of us that night, but we knew if we wanted to have another opportunity at them, that it was going to be in Little Rock, and we knew we had to fight our way and get back there. And but just thinking about that playoff trip the playoff journey, you know, loading up on those yellow dogs and just toting the talent all the way across all over the state. You know, Danville, Magazine, Murfreesboro gave us everything they had in the second round there, and you know, we had Dirks there in the opener, and then, you know, like I said, Danville, and then Magazine, and then you know, just the way that whole game played out against Magazine, you knew. You know, nobody was telling us what was happening in the other semifinal contest, but we knew it was going to be Bearden and Little Rock, and that was what we wanted. And you know, we got what we asked for, and we finished the job.
Indeed, you did. The Junction City Dragons of 2009 finished with a 13-1 record. They had to go on the playoffs. They on the road on the playoffs after one home game against Dirks. They went to Murfreesboro, Danville, Magazine, and then on to Little Rock. But it all started here September 3rd. 2009 in the Hooten's Kickoff Classic. In fact, it was a huge crowd here that night to see because that was the marquee game. Jacob, thank you for joining us. We're going to let you go back and enjoy your resting. We're going to step away for a little bit. In fact, we're going to take a 3-minute break, let radio catch up with us if they need to. You are listening and watching the Dragon Sports Network, 101.5 The Hog, 1290 DMS, and, of course, on Ustream, the Dragon Sports Network. We'll be back in 3 minutes. From Rabbit Town to Randolph, from South Caledonia to the Lower East Side of Junction City, Dragon Nation, we got you covered. This is the Dragon Sports Network's coverage of Junction City football, sponsored by our good friends at Union Kennel and Farm Supply, El Dorado Chemical, and also do not forget all the other fine sponsors of the DSN. You can also hear us on 101.5 The Hog and 1290 DMS. Well, Coach, they put a little bit more time back on the clock to let them all warm up here.
Yeah, you got to get those muscles back loose.
Get everything back and ready. Give us your thoughts on the first half. And I tell you what, let's start with what I know is your favorite part. Let's talk about that defense.
That defense, you know, they came out clicking on all cylinders. You know, they was getting pressure on the quarterback, make him get out the pocket, and make him uncomfortable. That's what he did. That's what the Dragon defense did, made him real uncomfortable. And get secondary credit. You know, they gave up a couple of passes, but, you know, nothing big to, you know, over top. So give the secondary credit. And I'm going to hit on that offense. You know, offense was clicking, you know. At times we stuttered a little bit, but like I say, these games right here where you want to clean that kind of play up and, you know, and move forward.
All right, the offense. Dante Gibson, 146 yards. Cook with 98. He's right there at 100. Definitely what you want to see out of the running game.
Yes.
Brady's thrown for about 46 yards, not bad. And you look at the yard, you go, well, okay, it'd be a little bit better. But you look at what they were running and working on, and you got to like what you're seeing there.
Yes.
Like to see them connect more with Haynes. But on the offensive side, putting all those playmakers out there has been a big thing that Coach Jones said, I got to do. After the first 3 games, he said, I'm going to change one thing up for sure immediately. All 4 of our playmakers are going to be on the field at the same time. We're going to run motion, and we're going to let you worry about who you got to cover. And you brought up a good point concerning the 2013 and 14 Dragons.
Yeah.
You know, talk about those guys. You put all them out there together, and you got a problem.
You got a real big problem.
Big problem.
Didn't nobody figure out their problem for 3 years.
That's right. Jack Smith puts his foot into it, drives it. It's going to go out of bounds. I was for a second going to try to return it there. But, yeah, you talk about the 13-14 teams, you know, that's Dancy, Bale, Armstrong, and Evans. And who do you cover? Who do you deal with? Okay, I'm going to cover Bale. Okay, what are you going to do about the other 3?
Well, you got don't forget about Rogers.
Oh, and Devontae Rogers. Yes, you're right. I mean, you had plenty to worry about. But right now, Junction City not with a lot of worries, but the main thing you want to see here in this second half is some focus and consistency, and we're fixing to find out if they can continue to do that and contain the Wildcats. Leading 32-7, we're ready to start the second half. Day, the give, that's going to be Church with some running room. Yeah. He gets to about the 40.
21, Ethan Church carrying the
5-yard pickup in the second half underway.
Look at the good. I wonder what that was in the background. An old moon finally creeping up on us back there.
That's one of them nights hit the woods with the dogs.
Yes, sir.
I know that's what you're thinking about.
Yes, sir.
Second and 5 from the 40. Day in the gun. Been most of the night. Actually, all of the night.
All of the night, yeah. That kid right there, he's tough.
He is. Man, like Spilsberg said, he's taking a beating on offense, and then he's playing linebacker on defense. As Church gets the call again, Cody Atkins will wrap him up after about a 2 to 3 yard game, and it'll be 3rd and short for the Wildcats.
Yeah, make 3rd down real reasonable right here.
Let me look over here and ask this ex-Wildcat we got on the camera. That was 21-7 last on Hampton. As we go to the Union Kennel scoreboard, Hampton 21, Fordyce 7. The Redbugs on the board. 3rd and 2. Day looks to the sideline, gets the signal.
If the Dragons get a stop right here, I guarantee you he'll have to go for it.
And they're going to call on Church.
And they get the stop.
And they got the stop. Junction Coach, you talked about it. You want to see that defensive line do its job. Linebackers are moving like they should, and I didn't see any gain on that one. It'll be 4th. And if you got a half yard, I'll give them that 4th. And it's going to be short for Hector, but they still got to face a 4th down thanks to the Dragon defense. 4th and short.
Keep in mind the Dragons working in a new linebacker and defensive line, you know.
Yeah, like you talked about, had a couple guys out tonight resting them up. That's been hurt. Livingston getting a break tonight. Here's the give, 4th down. It's going
short.
to be – I don't think he got it.
I don't think he
Even
got
with
it
progress, I don't think he got it. If he did,
I think
they're going
Number 7.
well, yeah, they give it there. 1st down.
The angle up here looked like he was short.
Man, I was watching the football, not his body, and that football, I didn't see it making it. All right, we will go with 1st and 10. After this play, we'll go back to the scoreboard. Got another score from the old 8AA. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats from the 45.
There's
Dave fakes the handoff, throws, going to throw the slant, and first I thought it might be intercepted, and then I thought it might be caught with a possible chance for
Dave right there on that pass.
Man.
He waited and waited. He almost got who that 12? Almost got by Gilbert right there.
Yeah.
Gilbert stayed with him. Because that's a long coverage from that side all the way across the field.
I tell you what, I like this Hector quarterback, Dave.
Yeah.
This young man, he's solid in the pocket. And what I mean by that is there's no herky-jerky, oh, my gosh, he's cool, poised. Has been showing it so far tonight. I really like that. Church gets the call again. And Church gets a 2-yard gain. 21, Eric Church. I've been listening to his CD, The Outsider. I enjoy this CD.
3rd and 7 for Hector.
For those of you that don't know, country singer I'm talking about. 9.5 to go, 3rd quarter.
Big 3rd down right here. You want to get the defense out. Well, I don't think they're going to punt, so.
No, this 4-down territory the rest of the night for them. Definitely. But they are not in a hurry. That's one thing about it. And now a timeout call. We're going to step away for 30 seconds. We'll be back. 32-7 Dragons.
First call timeout of the half for Hector.
Nine minutes, 13 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. Hector taking the timeout to talk things over on a 3rd and 7 from their 48-yard line. Junction City in control, 32-7. Dragons trying to stop them and get the ball back to their offense, see what they can get going. The Dragon defense been looking sharp almost the whole entire game.
Oh, I think he turned
And that should have been a flag there, but no call. Day is out of the pocket running now. He's going to throw deep, and it is going to be incomplete. Cavante Haynes lowered the boom on number 5. I believe that is Profit at the 15-yard line. Timed it beautifully, and it is 4th and 7. And, Gary, that's one of those licks that don't forget, this is my zip code back here.
You remember he took the big shot from Dante early on the first drive of the game.
Yes.
And I thought the receiver kind of went upfield a little early on that.
I did too. I said, man, that's this ain't Canadian, but they did not call it. 4th and 7.
Can't believe you punted.
And they are, I can't believe, I just knew they was going 4-3. This is 4-down territory all the way.
Yeah.
I think it also surprised some of their punt unit because they wasn't all on the field. They're ready, 4th down, a little bit of a high snap. Punter pulls it down, gets the kick away. Cook is going to field it on the run at the 28. Great tackle there.
He scares
He
you.
he absolutely just scares me to death. Harrison Taylor on the tackle.
Them are the worst ones to fear right there because you don't call for a catch, and you got a guy that's beaming for you, you know. You putting yourself, you're setting
yourself up for a turnover or even worse, get yourself hurt.
Yes.
They're going to put the ball down on the 31-yard line. So Junction City will start 1st and 10 from the 31. Dragons trying to put some more points on the board. Here's a little toss pass to Hayes. Hayes has got to run around down the sideline at the 40, 35, 30, 25. They're going to mark him out around the 21, 20-yard line, depending on the official.
Yes.
But a big game for Cavante Haynes. And it's what Coach Jones, I had talked to him a little bit earlier in the week, and I mentioned, hey, Haynes is looking pretty good on, the chance to move up on the receiving chart. And he said, we're trying to find ways to get on the ball. And you just saw one they come up with. Just dump it out to him and let them run.
And give the guy from Hector credit, he had the right angle.
He did. Low snap, handled well by Hutchinson to give to Gibson, and Gibson has to run around his own man.
Yeah, get that tackle to Cook.
Yeah, Cook actually tackled him at about the 16-yard line. A gain of 4.
Yeah.
And while we got a chance, let's go to the scoreboard real quick. Smack over all over Bismarck, 60-6. And Mountainburg taking care of Magazine in the conference that Hector's in. As you see, the Dragons lose the ball on the reverse, it looked like, or a jet sweep, wasn't it?
No, it was just a direct snap to Dante.
Okay. And it's going to be a turnover, and Hector will take over. Mountainburg leading that conference up there, 32-0. Parkers Chapel 29, Strong 0. And Johnson County Westside 16, Western Yale County 14. Both of those teams play in Hector's conference. We knew we had a few people from Hector checking us out tonight, so we was passing them scores on to them. And their Wildcats are back on the field offensively from the 25-yard line, 1st and 10. The give to Church, and he is wrapped up immediately.
Kyle Kidwell.
Yes, sir, Mr. Kidwell.
He's been quiet tonight, but the style of offense that Hector run, it kind of, throws an aggressive guy like him off a little bit unless to make plays like that. Because, like I said, the quarterback's so deep. Well, he's a little deeper than a normal quarterback would be in the shotgun formation.
That's right. And the way Kidwell plays, that they know they can kind of get around him a little bit. But he's also filling in at fullback on offense now some. So doing a little bit more double duty. Here's a throw over the middle, incomplete. So it brings up 3rd down and 12. And I tell you what, the receiver acted like he didn't really want to get his hands on that ball. Junction City Secondary has brought the boom with them tonight, that's for sure.
Yeah, they have.
So it will bring up 3rd and 13, 7:34 remaining third quarter. Score the same as it was at halftime, 32-7 Dragons.
Got an empty backfield now.
5 receivers, 3. They got trips to the top. They got twins to the bottom. Now man in motion. Goes to the bottom. Day looking. Now he wants to run, and the Dragons knew something was up.
Adonis Jones right there.
Jones brings him down immediately, 4th down. And Hector said, we will punt.
Yeah.
And I believe that all along was a designated let him run.
Quarterback draw right
quarterback draw. And it just didn't quite work out because you notice when he went back how he been doing, like we talked about, he usually going to go through that progression. He barely started it and then just took the ball down and took off. But Jones was there to shut it down.
He's been getting a lot of big play out of him. He's one of those sophomores that the coaches praised about during the summer.
And he is starting to picking a good time to bring it around. Cook will field it on the run again, and is brought down at the 46. It's going to be great field position.
Yeah.
And we have a flag down.
The Dragon offense haven't scored since the second quarter.
And that's what you don't want to see because we have not substituted, okay, we got some new guys in there, or, we're going to try to do things a little bit different.
Going back to Carpenter, when a running back would fumble, I have seen him when a running back fumble on the next series, he gave it to him back to back to back to back.
Yep.
And I don't know where the holding was at.
I didn't see it. It had to be back. Had to be back down the field because Cook had nobody around him.
If I'm Jones right now, I'm giving Dante the ball. Hey, shake that play off. Let's go down the field. Let's put together a good drive. Like I said, we haven't scored since the second quarter.
Right. Let's make something happen. We're not taking our foot off the gas here. We got to get going. And now we are ready. Here we go. Hutchinson passes over to, I believe that is Gilbert, and a little too high.
Yeah.
Incomplete, 2nd down. I'm like you. I would go with Gibson. Let's get it rolling here.
Yeah. I don't know if he's setting that up for a hitch and go, but sooner or later those corners are going to jump that pass.
And if they do, there's not going to be no help there in time for them. Again, Hutchinson back throws And he has Gilbert and overthrows him again because the corner had slipped and fell.
Yeah.
If Gilbert pulls it in, if it's not a touchdown, it's a huge gainer.
Yeah.
Third down.
What Hector's doing, they respecting the speed of the Dragons receivers right now, playing soft on them.
And I know you want to get those passes. You know, you want some more stuff on film to look at, so to speak, but you really also want to get the offense kind of cranked up. And I think feeding Gibson is the way to go. 3rd and 10. Hutchinson. The give to, I believe that is Gibson. 45, 40. Gibson lowers it, goes to about the 36-yard line, first down. And just like that, 17, 23-yard gain. Puts the Dragons coach in Wildcat territory.
He's going to be knocking at 200 right here.
Yes, he is.
And
he won our Russell Sellier stats. He had 146 at the half, so about 23 there. He's sitting around 170 right now. And hold on.
What's going on?
I'm not sure. I thought for a second a whistle blow because Hutchinson got the ball and just stood there.
Well, I didn't hear a whistle. I don't know what's going on.
I'm not sure. I don't think Hutch did either. He's looking at the sideline like, hey, wait a minute. He heard a whistle or something. Yeah. He heard something because he stopped. And here's the thing. Hector stopped, too, for a second. So now it's second down. It's actually a 1-yard gain on after he took off running. Okay, now we got whistles.
We got offside. They finally called it.
Grief.
They finally called it.
Being offside penalty assessed against Hector.
And now we got some substituting going on. Okay. I know the guys up here were upset. They was like, they're all sides, and they're standing right there in front of the officials, and no call had been made. They finally call it. It'll take a 2nd and 9 to make it a 2nd and about 3.5. Here's a give to Carroll. Carroll got a hold, got some running room over the 25. He goes to the 20, running hard and still going before they bring him down. And, Coach, when I saw that run there, I thought about something you had said last week about, well, actually before that, I think the game before that, how Carroll gives you another dimension, a whole different look, a whole different style of running.
Yes, I'm just waiting for them to turn it on. And I tell you what, that guy can run.
He showed it then. The hole was there, and he got through it. Got the Dragons a first down. We're in the purple zone again, setting exactly on the 20, 1st and 10.
Oh, good bootleg.
Oh,
good
great
bootleg.
bootleg. Brady rolls out looking.
No,
throws. That's not what you – oh, no. Almost an awesome catch, but you don't want to see these.
He had Haynes – when Haynes came out of his break, that's when he should have threw it then. You know, that's one play you do not want your quarterback to do right there, throw it late like that.
Right.
Hey, get Haynes credit for almost making the touchdown grab.
And I'm thinking there won't – Coach Jones is signaling timeout, but they didn't call it. Hutch, the fumble.
Yeah, that's 2 drives.
That's 2 drives that's ended in turnovers that you don't want to see. And, again, it was down deep. And defense, hey, give them credit, but the offense has not finishing like you talked about you want him to do. I couldn't tell if that was a signal he was sending, but I kept looking. I'm going, I think he's trying to call timeout, but nobody looked at him. Not that he would needed it, but nonetheless, another drive ends in a turnover. Now Hector will go to work from their 25, 1st and 10, 5:17 remaining third quarter. Score still 32-7, Junction City.
God, I'm going to take a look at what's going on up front with the center and quarterback change because the last few snaps been low.
Yep, and that one's kind of low. Day throws. He's got a man open. Throws it to Day. He's knocked out by Cook.
Pass completed to number 10.
And, that's a good offense right there. What I just noticed out of Hector, we'll send everybody deep. We're going to send a guy on the outs right there. And when everybody coming deep, we're just going to dump it off to the short guy, get what we can get.
Yeah, just kind of bring them across. And, usually you can do that. It's kind of like you're picking up somebody after all the main stuff's moved down the field, and nobody's there to pick them up.
And you know who did that in 98-9?
And this is Day rolling out again, throwing, and that's going to be intercepted. Gilbert, 45. Gilbert still on his feet, 40. Gilbert, 35. Gilbert, 30. 25. 25-yard line. The biggest lineman they got helps run them out. Goodness gracious.
Yes.
A big return by Gilbert puts the Dragon offense back about where they were at when they turned it over. Now, you was asking about 99. Run it by me again.
You know that all they did was send the receivers deep and hit them on the link. Well, with 99, when we played Charlotte, you know, Marcus was playing D-back.
Oh, yeah.
Where the receiver, Marcus was going, Gus just told him to run deep all night.
Usually that was Cole McNair, sent him deep,
I'm not going to throw it to you, but run it deep, and we're going to wear this guy down.
And we'll just put somebody across the middle to pick it up. On first down, the give is to Haynes. He's got some running room. He's at the 15, the 10. Haynes breaking tackles, drives himself all the way down to about the 6. Haynes hard run, and Coach, is something we talked about again that Coach Jones said, I'm going to put all 4 of them out there.
Yes.
And you got to deal with them. You got to figure out which one you're going to try to stop.
Yeah.
And that's going to leave me 3 to work with, and it has paid big dividends for the Dragon offense.
Yeah. I seen the offense Stephen ran when he had all 5 of them, when you had Cook, Gibson, and Carroll in the backfield.
Here's a give, a hole.
Yes.
Big enough me or Coach could have run through it. Gibson will take it in for the touchdown. Made it look easy. With 4:39 to go, we have a new score. It's 38-7. And Coach, you're right. You know, give Coach Jones credit. He did have some experiment. I want to see what I got. This is the kind of direction I want to go. It didn't quite work like he wanted. And now we're putting all kind of stuff on. Hey, this is for the playoffs, folks. I promise you. Here's a 2-point conversion, and it is easy. Easy running for Gibson. We're going to take a 30 and step away. Our new score, Junction City 40, Hector 7. We'll be back in 30 seconds. 4:39 remaining, third quarter. Your new score, Junction City 40, Hector 7. Let's go to the Union Kennel and Farm Supply scoreboard real quick. Russellville 21, El Dorado 6. Folks, listen to this score. Warren 20, Hamburg 14. Parkers Chapel 29, Strong 0. Still 21-7 the last we got on Hampton and Fordyce. Your Russell Cellular stats, let's do that real quick. Mr. Dante Gibson, 16 totes, $179, and Coach, check this out, 3 TDs. Not a bad night, and especially, let's don't forget, the young man played some defense tonight too.
He's been the guy on defense that's been, you know, getting the defense spot, bringing the pads.
And let me quote the great Hannibal Smith, Colonel Hannibal Smith. I love it when a plan comes together. Jack Smith booms it down. The return from the 25. That is going to be, I believe, Prophet. Prophet trying to get some running room is wrapped up, brought down at about the 34-yard line, and that's where Hector will go to work first and 10. The reason I say that, look at everything that's coming together. Every facet of this team's game is coming together. Special teams, at the early part of the season, you kind of wanted to call a game when you would kind of put your hand over your face. Man, what's going to go wrong next? Now looking solid. The defense, give Coach Brad Smith credit. They are on fire.
Yes.
In the offense, Coach Stephen Jones said, hey, we're going to do it like this, and it's working. Church gets the call on first down. It'll be a pickup of about 4. Second down.
Man, this will be the time, you know, I start thinking about, like I'm Hector, I'm start thinking about conference, you know, finish out the season.
Yeah.
And if I'm Steven right now, I'm thinking about, you know, the health of my players.
Well, you got four minutes and some change left. You get to the end of the quarter, you definitely want to start looking at, hey, let's do some substituting. And so we can try to figure out who's in the game now. But, you know, it's getting close to that. Second down, much the same thing. They call on Church. He gets about a yard and a half. Maybe a little bit more now. Give it 3rd and 4 for the Wildcats.
Number 24, DJ Hill, and number 48, Kyle Kidwell on the stop for the Dragons.
So 3rd down, short 4 for the Wildcats. Waiting on the snap, gets it, give to Church again, and they kind of playing it. Say Church, good hard running.
That's first down.
Gets a first down at the 45, falls on the 45, and they're going to say he got up to the 46. So first down for Hector. They'll move the chains. Clock will stop temporarily while the chains set. Now they're ready to wind it and roll. And, Coach, it's got nippy up here.
Yeah. I see you don't throw on that old jacket.
Yes, sir, I had to. Getting a little bit of a nip. Love it, though. This time of year, you love it.
Yes. And if you're still playing football in November, you got to love that.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's one thing we always said. As you see, they got a false start on the Wildcats to back them up 5. If your team is playing in bad weather in late November, early December, your program is doing something right.
Yes.
41-yard line, first and 10, or excuse me, first and 15 for the Wildcats. They're staying on the ground. The ball's fun. It's like he didn't quite have control. And let's see, Junction City is indicating they got it. No call. Now we get the call from the official. It's like Church didn't expect it, Coach, and he never got a grip on it. And the Dragons will go to work from the 42-yard line of Hector, first and 10, 2:48 remaining third quarter.
All right, I tell my offense you got one more series.
Yep, make it count here, guys. Let's end y'all's night on a good note here. Put me some more points on the board, and let's start playing some other guys. This is a good game to put Richard in there and let him start building up on that confidence and all that good stuff. Brady's looking deep on first down, fires it, got a man, and oh, my goodness. The pass to Cook. Cook tried to one-hand it in, and it didn't work. 2 would have done the job, Coach. Brady put that ball in there.
I tell you what, that's a bad combination right there. You got Cook on one side, Haynes down here, and Gibson in the backfield.
And who do you focus on?
Who do you focus on?
That's it, because Gibson can come out of that backfield, take a flare pass, and explode. Brady fakes it on second down, keeps hard running, drives it over the 35 to about the 34. It's going to set up a 3rd and short situation.
And that's another play right there. That's another play right there that you want to keep in mind, because everybody, when they get in that formation, every time he give it to Dante, That's a play right there where Brady going to have to take that play when everybody commit on Dante and pull it. Same thing happened last week.
Yeah. Pull it, keep it, and there's no telling what kind of running room he'll have. Here's a straight ahead, a quarterback sneak on 3rd down. It's going to be short. And I like the call there, a little something different.
A little full house look like.
Yeah. A very good night for Junction City. It's going to be 4th down.
Wow.
Excuse me there. Now the referees say, no, it's a first down. And it is indeed, as they move the chains. Chain guy wanted to keep going, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He already had his mind made up.
He had his mind made up. He was going. So 1st and 10.
You don't have a running back.
The empty backfield, and now there he comes. Carroll checks in. From the 31, 1st and 10. Junction City's got twins to the bottom. Now they're going to fire it down to Haynes. Haynes has got some running room. Haynes at the 20. Haynes runs over people to about the 15-yard line. The official takes out a Wildcat while he's at it. And everybody getting in on the action now. Everybody's having a good time down there tonight. I looked up and the official was taking the guy down. From the 16-yard line, 1st and 10. Just same kind of setup again, Coach. This time they feed Gibson. Gibson with some running room. Gibson goes to about the 5. It's going to depend on the mark. He should be at the 5. And they're going to say, no, he's down at the 6, but that's enough for a first down, I believe.
Yeah. I like
first and goal.
I like the way Gibson run. He get behind that line. He wait till he sees his hole, then he busts out of there. And that's what he just did. He rolled Dennis Jones back and just exploded out of there.
Hudson, 1st and goal, throws to Haynes, touchdown. And that's what you, Coach, you called it. You said, I want to see them finish strong. They do it.
Yes.
And now it is 46-7, and the mercy rule will be imposed.
And that's when I tell offense, God, good job, guys. Find a way to stay warm the rest of the night.
Yeah, find a way to stay warm, cheer your teammates on. Let's start putting some guys in there and see what they can do. And they're announcing here over the PA now that the mercy rule is in effect. The clock kicks it on. And the clock operator has put the foot to the pedal now.
Yeah,
he's rolling it.
He's rolling it.
The 2-point conversion. Cook takes it in. It is good. We're going to step away for 30 seconds. Your new score, Junction City 48, Hector 7. We'll be back in 30. That is going to end the third quarter here as we get back to start the fourth. As we was getting ready to finish up the third quarter, but they went ahead and started the mercy rule up. We are going to step away for another 30 seconds, and we'll be right back. All right, we're ready to start the fourth quarter at Carpenter Haygood Stadium in Ruggles Junction City 48, Hector 7. And Jack Smith lowers the boom and drives this one down to about the 17-yard line where Ty Day will take the return. I started to say Todd Day, and no, we can't. We ain't going to talk about rolling with Nolan and all that right now, but I don't know why it made me want to go Todd Day. Ty Day with the return. He'll get to about the 28-yard line. And it's time to start thinking about, I told the guys here, I think we're already in agreement. We'll announce it here later on, the player of the game. 3 people voted for the official on our side of the field. He has a catch and a tackle tonight.
Yeah.
But no, we can't give it to him.
No, I can't give it to him.
Yeah. Well, Coach, as the clock rolls on here, we'll wait after this play. As Hector's looking to the sideline, and they're just, they know, I guess you could say for all practical, hey, it's over with. They're not in no big hurry. And they may be working on things for their, final game of the season. They've got a playoff run they're hoping to make.
Yes.
And this is a give. That's going to be Ty Day. He'll pick up a few yards. Coach, start with the defense. Tell me how you feel about them tonight. What would you rate them? A+, A minus? What do you think?
I'll give them a B. I'll give them a B.
All
B+.
right.
I'll give them a B+. They was put in bad situation. Started the ball game and got out of there, and got put in some more bad situations. Got out of there without giving up one touchdown tonight. So hey, they did their job. The cornerback stayed with the receivers all the way down the field. The defensive line did good tonight. Even without Samaje there. And linebackers DJ Hill stepped up tonight to take care of Cook's spot. He did a good job tonight. So I give a credit defense a B+ tonight.
Okay. You're not going to give them an A because you saw a few things you still want to see worked on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I'm thinking you're talking about those slants and all that.
Yes,
I said, okay,
yes.
I know why he's doing it. All right, talk about the offense. What would you grade them tonight?
I'll give them a B. B-. I'm going to go with the B-.
All right.
When you get inside that 30, in tight games, you got to put points up on the board. We didn't score till end of the third. We didn't score nothing since the second quarter. Like I hit it on all night. It's getting that time of the year where the points is going to be valuable to you. You got to take advantage of every opportunity you get. Even when the defense forced a turnover right there on the third, I think we ended up turning the ball back over right there. So, the little simple things, offensively that counts right now.
And special teams.
Yeah, special teams, yes.
What would you give them?
Well, we ain't seen much, but one field goal.
One field goal was successful. No, it wasn't successful, excuse me. But, Jack did boot a pretty good boot on
the
it.
punt returns.
Yeah, that's kind of what concerns me.
Yeah, I know you want to try to make a play, but sometimes you got to, like you said, you got to look out for yourself. Because if you're running for that ball, you're not giving no fair catch, nothing. You setting yourself up for a kill shot.
Yep.
And getting yourself hurt. See what the coach is doing now? They're telling away fair catch.
Yep.
That one you ain't gonna fair catch. But I seen
no.
I don't know which one of the coaches right there, but they was waving to get a fair catch sign. So, and that's what the offense they switching a whole lot of players out right now.
Oh yeah, we got a whole bunch of Gabe Richard is in the game now. So let me put on the old glasses here. Get the roster out, because we got a whole slew of Dragons just trotted out there.
Gabe Richard, and you got
number 6 checked in. That is Gabe Richard. Number 9, Bryce Ware, I believe, come in to play some offense.
Yeah, number 16 at running back.
16 at running back is DeAndre Malone.
Malone, yeah.
And we like to play. He ran here one game previous. Really looked good. First down to here it is. Malone, he gets to call it. Malone says, hey, here's my chance.
Yeah.
Watch what I can do, coach. First down, and still going to the 35-yard line. And you want to get more playing time, coach?
Yeah.
That's what you do right there.
No.
He is a
junior, I think.
Let's see. That is a junior. Yeah, he's a junior.
Yeah.
Man, I like the way he runs there. So 1st and 10, the Dragons got backups in the game now, getting some opportunity to play, and they're playing like starters on the first play. They were anyway. Here's another call. Malone looking for some running room, and he hesitated and let him get in there on him. If he'd have come on around, that might have been some more real estate to pick up there.
Yeah, if he gone ahead.
Ethan Bryan in the game, 64. 25 is Logan Pepper.
No, 43 just checked in at running back.
And you know what? If you have a hot receiver on every play, if Logan's your main receiver, you call it Hot Pepper. I mean, that would be pretty. That'd be an excuse for me to use that sometime or another this year,
sir.
Or next year maybe, depending.
And Pepper got good hands.
He does, very good hands. Made a couple catches already this year. We got to, I believe, delay a game.
No, false start.
Or false start, one or the other. And they're going to back him up a little. I'm trying to, Coach, throw me some more numbers there. You see this guy in. 66, Jacob Orr in the game now for the Dragons.
31.
31 is Jamarco Singleton.
Who's the running back that checked in 43?
43 in, that is K.D. Smith. Here's the throw. Incomplete. They tried to go to Ethan Holmes. He couldn't quite pull it in.
I think Ethan Holmes, this Pepper down
Or is
here.
that Pepper?
This Pepper
25 and 26 is in. I can't.
26,
that is
26 is at the top.
26 is at the top. That was Pepper they went to. He couldn't quite pull it in. Good throw by Richard.
Yeah.
So Pepper on the attempt they went to there. Holmes split to the top. See, that's going to be 3rd down, and they got quite a ways to go. Richard looking again, throws. He's got a man open. It's going to be a battle. Pepper's got it.
Pepper got it.
Hey.
Pepper got some good hands on him.
A great reception, because number 3 for Hector had the position, and Pepper. That's one thing I like to see, a receiver fight for the ball. Don't give up on it. Go after it. Pepper makes the reception. The Dragons are sitting on the purple zone again at the 20. Richard, he's looking again. That gives, and it is not going to happen there. They flew in there on them.
Yes. So we got a little time out because I'm going to hit on my
talk about the Pee-wees.
Yeah, if we're not doing anything tomorrow, we're playing in Hermitage, Pee-wee, 5th and 6th grade, 3rd and 4th grade. Got to buy a tape out that 3rd and 4th grade bunch. They're undefeated. That's if you want to see some good football, watch that 3rd and 4th grade bunch. Our 5th and 6th grade bunch, we rolling right now. We had one little minor setback, but right now we working ourselves into the playoff situation and trying to get that number 1 seed and playing the Camden Panthers tomorrow. So
big game.
It's
going to be in Camden.
Yeah, it's going to be in Hermitage.
Or excuse me, in Hermitage. Yeah, okay.
The same thing, like it's a non-conference game, but it's a game that we can also work on our mistakes.
Make some good stuff happen.
Yes, sir.
Well, I tell you what, the Pee-wee program, proud to see what's about. If you see a bad snap there and Richard doing it right, they just fall on it. That Pee-wee program is proud to see it moving along. And, Coach, I know you got to get ready for tomorrow. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and alert our viewers. We're going to start our post-game show up. We're going to bring Sean Enos in to join us. And we're going to announce our player game. And, Coach, we will see you next Thursday night.
Y'all be careful
Parks
on the way home. Everybody be careful on the way home.
And you do the same. Also, folks, remember, in Hermitage tomorrow, the Pee-wees are playing. 3rd and 4th grades undefeated. 5th and 6th grade only 1 loss. Richard's going deep. He's got trying to get to. That was Pepper. He's trying to get Pepper, who had broke open for a second, then Hector was over there. That was a 4th down. Ball goes over. We're going to go ahead and start up our Union Kennel and Farm Supply post-game show. And joining us, Mr. Sean Enos. And, Sean, first thing first, you saw last week against Fordyce. You got to watch a little bit, you said, I think on the stream when we did the Hampton game. You saw a big game with Fordyce last week. Tonight you saw the performance. Let's start with the offense. Talk about it.
Hey, it's coming together. We've come a long way since first game or two of the season. Looks like Coach Jones is running the kind of offense he wants to run. Man, how many yards did we rush for tonight?
I know the last count I got, total offense, I think it was over 400 yards, and most of that, the vast majority of that, 90% of it is on the ground.
Yeah.
So a big night on the ground, definitely.
Well, it may be something he wanted to work on tonight anyway, and, kind of moving forward, make sure we're all in good shape on that kind of thing for the rushing attack.
458 total offense tonight if we go to the Russell Sellier stats, and I would say probably 350 of that on the ground. Talk about the defense now. What did you think about them tonight?
I'll tell you what, defense has been great tonight. Hector knows what they're doing on offense. I mean, they don't have the kind of attack where the quarterback drops back and hopes somebody gets open. I mean, they have a fairly sophisticated, precision-based, passing attack, and we've just rattled them around all night. I mean, the quarterback's a tough kid, obviously, from Hector. We've hit him hard all night. A couple of their receivers, one of them we nearly took his head off in the first quarter down there, and it just we've been in the backfield so much. Our defense has completely taken them out of their rhythm, and they just didn't get to do what they normally like to do. But you could tell when they were successful a little bit throwing passing the football. I mean, they know what they're doing. We've just dominated them on the line of scrimmage tonight, and our secondary's had a good night.
Well, you see this team, we talked about it early on, and I know me and you talked some about the first couple of games, like, man, this is, there's no identity to this team.
Right.
Now you see it all coming together, and it seemed like the second we showed up in Strong, Arkansas for conference play, this bunch clicked.
Yeah.
Everything started coming together, and it started building week by week, and now, next week you're playing for outright conference championship,
Yeah.
You guarantee to share that you can take care of business next Thursday night in Parks Chapel. You'll own the whole thing. Now I'm going to go to the other side. Let me play devil's advocate with you. What do you got to work on offense?
Well, we left some points on the field tonight. I mean, how many times we had 3 turnovers I can think of? I mean, I think Coach Jones would be the first to tell you. We stopped some drives with turnovers we shouldn't have. We've got to clean that up. You can't have 3 turnovers in the postseason. Everybody knows that. We had a pick. We've had some fumbles. We can't do that. The kids know that. Coach Jones knows that. And I know he's going to tell them that that's something they've got to work on. You got to protect the football.
Defense.
I tell you what, they look like they're finding their groove just like an offense does right now. You just stay in the backfield all night and good things happen.
Well said. Well said. Especially with the defensive line, the way they played tonight. But I want to go back and touch on something you said that I'm glad you brought up. We had mentioned the Hector quarterback, Day. When he dropped back, he kept his poise in the pocket, and he went through I think you'd agree, but he went through his progression.
He did.
Like he's sitting there, and you do not see that a lot.
No.
You usually, hey, you're going to throw it to Bubba over here, and the quarterback drops back and he looks for Bubba.
Yep.
This guy was sitting here reading, making his reads, and I'm like, wow.
Yep.
That's the horn you hear. The game has come to an end. Junction City 48, Hector 7. And it is time for our player of the game. And, folks, it was a no-brainer. I think it was unanimous. Number 10, Dante Gibson. Do we have the final numbers on Mr. Gibson, anybody? I know he didn't have 200 yards, but he should have been close. 188 yards and 3 touchdowns for Dante Gibson. He is the Dragon Sports Network, Union Kennel Farm Supply player of the game. And let me do this real quick while we're here as we go into our continue our post-game show, I should say. And let me find my glasses. That would probably help a whole lot. But you heard me mention Union Kennel and Farm Supply. El Dorado Chemical, the title sponsor of the DSN, proud to have them on board with us. Generations Bank, Terminex, Langis, LG Farm and Timber, Kevin Norris Memorial, Miss Jan Pepper Norris. Big thank you to her every year for being involved with us. We appreciate it greatly. The official apparel sponsor of the Dragon Sports Network, Southern T-Shirt Company, Kim's Hair Salon, Junction City Florist, Hog Wild Pest Control, Red Roof Barbecue, Russell Sellier, Junction City High School Band Boosters, the official food provider for this bunch, and First Baptist Church, Junction City. You've seen us tonight scroll the advertisements over there. We are proud to have all these sponsors with us. Let's go to the scoreboard, and we're going to just run out some scores here. Hampton 21, Fordyce 7. That is in the second half. Hazen over Mariana 63-18. Junction City, of course, winning tonight. Lafayette County taking it on the chin from Mineral Springs 55-6. Rector 20, Mark Tree 0. Mountainburg 40, Magazine 8. And I believe Mountainburg, help me out, ain't that, they're leading the 4AA, yes. Salem 36, East Poinsett County 6. Parkers Chapel 29, Strong nothing. Johnson City County, West Side 22, Western Yale County 14. That's also in the 4AA. Smagover won tonight 66-6. In El Dorado, do we have anything on them? Warren and Hamburg. We talked about that game a lot closer than we realized. And hold up there, I tell you what, I see another score people are going to want to know. Prescott 40, Camden Harmony Grove 0. Wow, I did not expect that, Sean. Did not expect that at all.
No.
And then do you have we'll find the Wildcats of El Dorado. They were trailing 21-6, and I believe that's going to end up that way, 21-6. All right, one game to go. You're playing Parkers Chapel, and the first thing people are going to tell you, Sean, hey, that's the game you got. You got that and wrapped up. What do you do, especially on a short week? Now you're going to have one day less because it's a Thursday night game. Mm-hmm. You're Stephen Jones. What do? You
get them ready and you put them away as fast as you can. You play tough. It's any other game. You don't take it for granted at all. You do what you do, and you hopefully go into the postseason on a good note.
And that postseason is looking like as long as, of course, you're in it and winning, 3 guaranteed home games. A possibility you have to go on the road the 4th one unless the 1 seed opposite you loses. Then you come back to the Muse. Of course, that's looking ahead. That's wishful thinking and all that good stuff. There's still business to take care of. Junction City will improve to 6-2. I believe Hector will fall to 6-3. Of course, this game does not hurt anybody as far as conference standings. Right. It's a non-conference game. Right. But you want to win. You want to build momentum. The Dragons, I was asking everybody, what do you think tonight? What's the grade? You heard me talk to Coach Meeks and then to Mr. Enos about, what do y'all think? My thoughts, well, I'll put it like this. What I saw in late August and early September, I don't see anymore. And, man, to me, that's good enough. This bunch is coming on. There's still things you want to work on, things you want to do to get better. And I guarantee you Coach Jones and company will do that. Next Thursday night, we're in the land of the Trojans, Parkers Chapel. We will be on the air around 6 o'clock with our YouTube broadcast, game night. And then around 6:50, we will be on the air for the Trojans and Dragons. Junction City wins the 3rd meeting between these two by a score of 48-7. For Mr. Sean Enos, Coach Gary Meeks, Mr. Spielberg over here, Derek Watts, the ex-Wildcat, Denton Ashcroft, Mr. Chad Rhodes on the stats. We wish you all a wonderful weekend. Our guest at halftime sitting over there, I looked over and spotted him. Somebody pointed and said, don't forget about him, the old mule rider. He probably wants us to pass this along real quick. If you've got nothing going on tomorrow, come to El Dorado, the Murphy Kickoff Classic, 2 o'clock kickoff. Even if you do have something to do, drop it long enough and come up there and saddle up and ride with the mule riders. SAU, folks, by the way, in the power rankings is 6th. That's good enough for the playoffs. They got to keep winning. Big game with Henderson State, a rival game. Get there early. I think tickets are, what, $5? 7 at the gates. Folks, $7 to see a real good college football game. You can't ask for a better bargain. They also have a sports memorabilia show going on from 10 to 7 at the Tack House, so you can run by there and check that out. They got some singing in the street and dancing and all that good stuff, tailgating before the game. Come on by. We may have some of the DSN crew up there dancing in the street. If we do, I promise you pictures. For all these guys, y'all have a wonderful weekend. God bless you, and we'll see you from PC next Thursday night.